To the Rich Myers Podcast Show. Welcome to the Rich Myers Podcast Show.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rich Myers, and welcome to the Rich Myers Podcast Show. I'm here tonight with G, Jade, LD. How you been?
Yeah, I'm doing great. It was a good day for music today.
Okay. I listened to your track, Rebound. I thought it was pretty awesome. What influenced it?
Oh, okay. Well, if we go way back, if you want to go to the very, very beginning of this song, I was thinking back to what really inspired the initial song start. And I was driving in a snowstorm, and my windshield wipers were going like back and forth and back and forth. And I thought, wow, what if there was a song that kind of did that? What would that be about? And and of course, instead of paying attention to the road like I should have been, I was writing a song, which is fairly typical of me, recording voice memos as I go. But this idea of Rebound came about, and then I sat on it for like a year and didn't do anything with it. And then I was sick in bed with bronchitis, or it might have been pneumonia. I'm trying to remember, but I didn't have much of a voice. I was coughing like crazy, and I was bored. And so I started thinking about the song again, and listening back to my voice memos, and I realized like it really needed to be a duet. And so I started to think about, okay, who can I ask to do this duet with me? And oftentimes I ask my husband and producer Austin Davis to do duets with me and help me with my music. But given that the subject matter of this song, I felt like it didn't make sense for my husband to be the other voice. So I reached out to Alex Kenchel, who I had known only online. We've never met in person. And I sent him the worst voice memo I've probably ever recorded. And I'm kind of a perfectionist, recovering perfectionist. So that was like a big step for me to send something that was, embarrassing to somebody else who I didn't know. But I sent him what I had started on the song, and I said, do you want to join me on this? Will you be the other voice? And he very graciously agreed, which kudos to him, because I don't know if I would have been the same had I received that voice memo. So we talked on the phone, we talked on FaceTime, and got to know each other, and realized that we have some very similar stories and backgrounds, which was really cool, to have something in common with somebody far away, and somebody who you'd never met before. So we got to finishing out the song and sending tracks back and forth over I think it was about 1.5 years that we spent on it. And then my husband, Austin Davis, and he's also my producer, did dig his hands into it after we recorded our vocals and all our parts, and he made it sound like really good. He's kind of got the Midas touch. So that's how it came together. And basically the song is about a temporary relationship that fills a void when you're hurting. Everybody knows, I think, what it's like to have a relationship that's seasonal. You don't always know in the moment that it is, and also sometimes you do. So this is one of those times where it's kind of like these people in the story have a hunch, like they already knew that it was probably going to blow up, and it wasn't the real thing, but they needed each other for the time that they had each other.
Okay, let's take a listen to it.
apologize to? Is it him? Is it me? Is it you? Oh, Cause I thought I was safe and sound, and then I nearly hit the ground. But every time that I fell down, you were around. Rebound. Maybe I'm the type to prey on the broken hearted.
And maybe I'm the type to take advantage of a friend. And I knew we were over before we started. But it hurt a little less, maybe, when we played pretend.
But I wish I'd known
think that was a good combination, you and Alex.
Thank you.
It was a really good song.
Yeah, it
Um,
was fun to make that one with him and to get his parts back and add them to the mix. And I was like, ooh, it's gonna be so good.
Can you tell me about any other songs, concerts, and what's next?
Well, I haven't been gigging out. I am a mom of 3, and my oldest is just getting old enough to stay home alone. So I'm looking forward to the day when I can really start gigging out more. But I'm on a break from that right now. So no concerts right now. But I actually have kind of a surprise album. A few people know about it, but I have a surprise album coming out with my husband, Austin Davis. We're releasing all of our demos from college.
Huh.
So we've started releasing all of our demos from college. So it's 11 songs. It's coming out on Friday, and it is creatively called The College Demos, Volume 1. So they're older recordings. They've been remastered, but we definitely do better work now than we did back then. But the songwriting I think the songwriting is good, and I really think that people are going to enjoy the trip down memory lane with us. So that will be a lot of fun. And then the week after that, I have another song coming out, which I'm not going to share what it is yet. So I really like to surprise my fans, but we're close enough to the album dropping that I'm okay with sharing that. But the next one is still hush hush.
Okay. What do you like the most about being a musician?
Oh, for me, it's the songwriting. I would venture to say I'm obsessed with songwriting, maybe to an unhealthy degree, but everything that people say to me, could be song inspiration. You never know, like, what you're going to say. And I'm like, ooh, that's going in a song. So it's a little dangerous interviewing me, but yeah, I really love writing and producing, and I like to sing too, but performance is not the thing I love the most. It's really the writing of the song, serving the song, making it become what I envisioned or something better, and writing something that's authentic and that is either going to make someone feel like known and seen, less alone, or that's going to teach them something. Once in a while I write something that kind of tells somebody off, but for the most part, I want there to be advice or hope given to my listeners.
Sort of a
or
healing
something.
process.
Sorry,
Sort
say
of
that
like-
again.
Sort of like a healing process. Or
Yeah,
outlet.
very much so. Because that's what songwriting is for me. I write songs. It's healing. It means I don't have to pay for therapy because I'm doing it myself. So I love to give that to others through my songs as well.
Where can people go to see your videos, music, and events?
Well, my name is JLD. That is spelled out phonetically. So my real name is Jessica Lynn Davis. So those are my initials, spelled out phonetically. You can find me on any streaming service, I think, except SoundCloud. I don't think my stuff is on SoundCloud, but otherwise all the main streaming services. I have a Bandcamp and a YouTube. I do have some music videos on YouTube and some lyric videos. So check those out if you have the time. And otherwise, I'm pretty active on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm working on TikTok. Sometimes I forget about it.
Okay.
There's a lot of platforms to update.
Okay. If it wasn't for music, what would you be doing?
Well, I used to. That's a tough question. Okay, I used to be kind of like a jack of all trades. I have the ADHD, you see, and so I get into a lot of creative things. But in 2020, I decided I was really going to take myself seriously as a songwriter, and that meant I had to get better at my craft and put in my 1,000 hours. And if you're trying to put in 1,000 hours at something, you need to give up the other things that are taking up your time. And since I can't or I'm not willing to give up my children, my husband, and our quality time, it meant I had to give up some other hobbies and things. So if I wasn't doing music, I would probably be doing illustration, graphic design. I do get to do a little bit of that with my album covers and stuff, but I'm kind of artistic across the board. So I would, one day I'd be illustrating a children's book, and the next day I would be crocheting a blanket and building something, making something, drawing, just I find a way to be creative no matter where I am, I guess. But I'm glad I'm songwriting.
Well, thanks for being on the show today. I enjoyed having you.
Thank you so much. I like this song.